Daniel, a Hebrew exile in Babylon, had risen to prominence because of his wisdom, integrity, and unwavering devotion to God. King Darius admired him greatly and appointed him as one of 3 high officials to oversee the kingdom. Daniel stood out among them all, and the king considered placing him in charge of the entire realm. This sparked jealousy among the other officials. They searched for flaws in Daniel's work but found none. His honesty and dedication were unmatched. But they noticed one thing: Daniel prayed faithfully to his God 3 times a day. They whispered together, "This is our chance. If we cannot find fault in his service, we must trap him in his faith." Daniel, unaware of their plotting, knelt at his window facing Jerusalem. His voice rose softly, a prayer of thanksgiving and trust. Outside, the jealous officials lurked, watching, waiting for their moment to destroy him. The officials devised a cunning scheme. They approached King Darius with flattery. "O King Darius, live forever," they said. "We propose a law, that for 30 days, no one should pray to any god or man except you, O king. Whoever disobeys shall be thrown into the den of lions." The king, blinded by pride and the thought of loyalty, agreed and signed the decree. Once signed, it could not be revoked according to the law of the Medes and Persians. The officials smirked as they left the king's chamber. "Now Daniel's prayers will condemn him," they whispered. Daniel heard of the decree but did not waver. That evening, he opened his windows as always and prayed aloud, lifting his heart to God. Outside, the conspirators were waiting. They burst in and caught him praying, their trap complete. The conspirators rushed back to the king. "O King Darius," they cried, "did you not sign a decree that anyone who prays to any god or man except you for 30 days shall be cast into the lion's den?" "Yes," the king answered firmly. "Then Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you or your decree. He still prays to his God 3 times a day." The words pierced Darius' heart. He realized he had been tricked. He valued Daniel deeply and labored all day to find a way to save him. But the officials pressed, "Remember, O king, the law of the Medes and Persians cannot be changed." Finally, with grief on his face, the king ordered Daniel to be brought forth. Daniel was brought before the king. Darius, with sorrow in his voice, said, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." Guards led Daniel away. The officials watched with satisfaction as he was dragged toward the den. The lions roared in the distance, their growls echoing ominously. Daniel's heart was steady. He whispered, "My God is faithful. He will not forsake me." At sunset, Daniel was lowered into the dark pit. A stone was rolled over the entrance, and the king sealed it with his signet ring, binding himself to the law he regretted. That night, the king could not sleep. No music comforted him, no feast satisfied him. His thoughts were only of Daniel, a man of innocence betrayed by deceit. The den was cold and echoing. The lions paced with powerful strides, their eyes fixed on Daniel. Their growls rumbled like thunder. Daniel stood calmly, hands clasped in prayer. Suddenly, a radiant figure appeared, an angel of the Lord. With authority and peace, the angel stretched forth his hand, and the lions lay down, their ferocity tamed. They curled at Daniel's feet like gentle cats, resting through the night. Daniel's heart swelled with gratitude. "The Lord is my refuge and strength," he whispered. Meanwhile, the palace was filled with silence. Darius tossed on his bed, eyes red with worry. The longest night of his life dragged on. At dawn, King Darius hurried to the den. His robe fluttered as he ran, his face pale with fear and hope. Arriving, he called out with a trembling voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" From the depths of the den, a calm voice replied, "O King, live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I done any wrong before you." Joy flooded the king's heart. He commanded the stone to be rolled away. Daniel emerged unharmed, not even a scratch upon him. The king's relief turned swiftly to anger against the deceivers. He ordered the conspirators and their families to be cast into the lion's den. Before they even touched the floor, the lions overpowered them, showing the miracle was not due to tame beasts but divine intervention. The people of the kingdom witnessed the justice of God and the authority of the king restored. Daniel, standing beside Darius, remained humble. He knew vengeance belonged to the Lord, and his heart was filled with awe at God's deliverance. King Darius wrote to all peoples and nations, "I issue a decree that in every part of my kingdom people must fear and reverence the God of Daniel. For he is the living God and endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed, and his dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves, he performs signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." The proclamation echoed across the land, from Babylon's golden gates to distant villages. The God of Israel was honored among the nations. Daniel's fame spread, but he remained humble. Each day, he still knelt at his window, facing Jerusalem, praying with gratitude. Children whispered his story with wonder. Elders spoke of his faith as a beacon. His enemies were gone, but his example endured. Daniel reflected, "It was not my strength but the faithfulness of my God that delivered me." He looked toward Jerusalem, still longing for the restoration of his people. The story of Daniel's deliverance became a testimony for generations. It was not merely about survival but about trust, courage, and God's sovereignty. His faith under pressure revealed that no law, no king, no lion could overpower the hand of God. In years to come, when trials arose, people would remember, the God who saved Daniel is the God who still delivers. Daniel grew old in Babylon, his life a living witness. His eyes never wavered from Jerusalem, nor his heart from his God. The end.